Chat, we're back. Let's get this toast. It's a new day. It's a new shirt. Are we really on Ascension 15? Am I that guy? Am I capable of being that guy? That surprises me, to be honest with you. There's 3 evils among all characters. Find and kill them. I shouldn't have done this. I should have played something else. I've got to get myself back into the mindset of there's a puppeteer, a shaman, which duplicates a villager role without making them evil, and then you make a villager tell the truth but be evil, and you kill a random unrevealed character. Lilith is 2 cards away from evil. Someone's going down, bro. Puppet is... This can't be true. A puppet cannot be 3 cards away from closest evil because it makes an adjacent individual evil. You violated a fundamental rule, Lilith. Lilith is 2 cards away from closest evil. These guys are... Honestly, they're vetting themselves and I trust them. But maybe I shouldn't. I am 1 card away from corrupted. There's just one problem. No, oh, wait, there could be a plague doctor. In fact, there is a plague doctor. I need to figure out if you're corrupted. In which case you'd be lying. I'm 4 cards away from closest evil. That seems impossible. Because you are 3 cards away from closest evil. Ah, they're corrupted! Which means you're telling the truth, okay? I should have thought about that. The Empress, 1 is evil, 3, 5, or 2. And the Poet, 1 evil adjacent to me. Alright. Well, we know that you're corrupted, which means you should tell us an evil character. Number 2 is evil. Number 8 is corrupted. Okay, we already knew that. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for nothing. There's 3 more evils among the 6 living characters. Lilith is 2 cards away from closest evil. Lilith is 2 cards away from closest evil. You were telling the truth. You were 1 card away from corrupted. So you're free. You also just told the truth, so you're free. You were corrupted by the Plague Doctor. We have a puppeteer. And we have a shaman. So obviously... Here's the thing. There's a paradox in here. There's mimic logic paradox. If we know that you're good, I think, because you told the truth, which would mean that Lilith can't be 2 cards away from closest evil. And I'll tell you why. Because if they were 2 away, it would be you, which it isn't, or it would be you, and if it was you, you would have to lie, but you're telling the truth, ergo, you're lying. Which means you're also lying. Which means you're a puppet. You told the truth. You told the truth, but you're evil. Oh! Okay, Clues by Sam never had a chance, man. Why are you flipped over? Poisoner Lilith, man. Why are you flipped over? Huh? Huh? Chad, I think it's bugged. Hang on, take me back to the main menu. We go again. That's fine. Well, again, I don't even know where we are in the gameplay loop right now. I'm just enjoying the logic puzzles. 1 is evil, 2, 4, 5. Who's our evils here? A Ba and a Witch. I like that we're back to, like, small villages. I have no idea what it means when we're climbing the Ascensions. I have... Whenever you kill an evil, resets to 0 on death. Okay. 2, 4, or 5 is evil. You'll learn an evil role if evil's picked, learn correct. Number 3 is a real poet. A wretch, and then we shouldn't be able to flip this. Wait, where's the witch then? You cannot reveal the last character. 1 fake outcast is added. Okay, there's no plague doctor, which means there's no corrupted characters, which means you're telling the truth. So I'm gonna find out if you're real by asking if they're telling the truth. They're saying the truth, that means you're true. Okay. A lot of people are sussing number 4. There's got to be a way to solve this, man. One of the poets has to be evil. Let's ask a dreamer what they think. Number 7 could be Ba. 1 fake outcast added. I'm gonna take your word for it. Good job. I have no idea why that was true, but you just told the truth. 1 is evil, 1, 4, 6, or 1 is evil, 2, 4, 5. One is good. 4 is you. 6 is evil. You're telling the truth, I think, which means you're also dead. It took a pair of brass ones to get both poets. Okay, something's not right, man. Something's not... Or maybe this is a character? I don't know. I guess we got to get past this level. Learn if there's an outcast among us. I was a druid. Do we have Lilith on this one too? We do. You are lying, because when we flip you over, if you're telling the truth, you should be saying you're the original baker. Oh my god. You got yourself killed for no reason. 1 evil adjacent to me. Let's hope you're telling the truth. And kill you. That's huge. Okay, so we took a stab on that one because otherwise they were going to kill someone. Druid. I was a druid. You're not going to sneak it by me twice. There's only 1 drunk in town. I was a druid? Are they trolling me, bro? We made it through at least. Shaman and Ba. Shaman and Ba. Judge? Slayer? Slayer's so good to have. 1 or 3 is a shaman. Interesting. This would mean Bombardier is fake. 1 is evil. 3, 4, 5. 1 is evil. 6, 3, 5. Okay. Well, one of these 4 must be evil. Because Shaman duplicates 1 role, but not both. So what do? Slayer tries to execute a Slayer. Can't do it. Because you might be good. Slayer tries to execute... Oh, he can't go again. Slayer tries to execute Slayer. Can't do it. You're both good. Ergo, you're both good. Judge? Confirm that. Number 5 saying the truth. Okay, then you all check out. Is anybody corrupted? Corrupted means their ability doesn't work. Are you corrupted? Not corrupted. 1 or 3 is a shaman. I think you're lying. Ah! Y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad. Got lost on that one. Bombardier. Gem Crafter who says 5 is good. Confessor who says they're good. Just doesn't make sense. It simply doesn't make sense. That these guys confirm each other. You were just out there in no man's land. No evils adjacent to me. Number 2 is good. Obviously, you're lying. And then we win no matter what. But we have to find out if you're an outcast. There is a Bombardier. You can't be lying, though. You can't be lying. You have to tell the truth. Puppets tell the truth. Okay, I was about to kill the Bombardier. What's going on with this scout, man? What are you doing up here? The Jester. Okay. Evils are not adjacent. Who do we got in the deck here? Shaman and Puka. Puka corrupts adjacent villagers. Shaman duplicates a villager role. Number 6 is good. Number 4 is good. That could be true. Or they could both be false. A second Jester. 5 or 1 is a Shaman. Shaman is 1 away from closest evil. Here's what I would say, okay? I think the Gem Crafters are legit. I don't even know where to start with this one. No Puppeteer. I need to figure out if someone's corrupted. Are you corrupted? Not corrupted. If that's true, the evils will be adjacent. Will not be adjacent. I would like to ask... Gemcrafter, Jester. There are 2 evils. Then this Jester, same thing. There are 2 evils. Buddy, you're done. And you're done. You multiply them by each other and take the resulting matrix, bro. We got a witch, doppelganger, and Puka. Let me see. Doppelganger, I disguise as a good villager. So they're like trolling us. 1 adjacent evil. 8 or 3 is a witch. 8 or 3 is a witch. I cured 0 corruptions. That checks out. I would say you're not sus. Number 1's a real alchemist. You're not sus. I cured 1 corruption. You were trolling me, doppelganger. The doppelganger and the drunk get themselves killed as a joke. They don't care about the disharmony in the village as a result of their actions. Between 7, 8, and 4, there's outcast, villager, and minion. And then there's a witch. Okay. 8 or 3 is a witch. 8 or 3 is a witch. 1 evil adjacent to me. I think that you are evil. I was wrong. Just for the record, I was wrong on that one. Okay, let's start from 0. Bishop. 3, 6, 7, outcast, villager, minion. 5 is a real druid. Dreamer. Gemcrafters. Gemcrafter says 3 is good. Confessor says they're dizzy. Who we got here? They might be corrupted. They're not corrupted. That means you're evil. Wretch. Confessor, I am good. Groot, if he was named good. Between 3, 6, 7, there's outcast, villager, and minion. Dreamer, learn an evil role if evil picked. Learn correct info. I'm going to pick you, and it's going to be like, you might be a witch. 3, 6, and 7. If you were telling the truth, then you would be telling the truth, and you would be a real druid. If you were lying, then you would also be lying, which can't be true, because then there would be 3 evils. Ergo, you must be telling the truth, you must be telling the truth, you must be good to go. If that's the case, you can't lie, I think. And you are just good, which means it's between you. If you say that this person's not a witch, you're going down. They could be a witch. I'm sorry, Bishop. It had to be done. You can feel the brain expanding in real time, man. It's just algebra. Why didn't they tell me Among Us was just algebra? I could have been there. Well, I couldn't have been there in 2020. We had a newborn. I couldn't dedicate like 12 hours to an Among Us lobby. But like I could have advised from the sidelines or something. Doppelganger, Plague Doctor, Minion, and Ba. Closest evils are equidistant. Interesting. I'm 1 away from evil. Interesting. Who do we have again? It's Ba and Minion. Wretch and Judge. Okay, very interesting. So equidistant from evil, if you're telling the truth, would be boom, 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 or boom, boom. Step 1. Step 1 is 2 characters, are any of them evil? We choose a character we know will be marked as evil. True. You're no longer sus in my world. Given that, ask a jester. Good, evil, good. Or whatever. If you say there's 1 evil, we trust you. If you say there's 2 or 3, we kill you. There's 1 evil. Then you, same question. There's 1 evil. In my opinion, that means you and you are both done. Let me see if you think that you're lying. They're saying the truth. They're saying that... Guys, this whole system just got put on trial. So you were telling the truth. One of you must be evil. But which one? I think it's you. I think it's you. Source, I made it up. Okay, we go again. We go again. We go again. I got lost on that one. Made a bad first step. I like Counsellor now, because Counsellor must be next to an outcast. Yeah, one moment, please. All right, I'll be right back, chat. All right, we're back. I had a data download to my brain of mimic logic. I was a bard. You can't be a bard. You can't be a bard. You can't. Could you be corrupt? You could be corrupt. I can't kill you, but you're sus. You're sus. Closest evil's clockwise. I'm 2 cards away from corrupted. See, that's mighty interesting. Counselor's 3 cards away from closest evil. That can't happen, but you might be corrupt. I'm 4 cards away from closest evil. Not possible. Not possible. Bombardier. Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor, speak to you. They are corrupted, which means you are innocent. Which they said number 4 is evil. Ba is 1 card away from closest evil. But no. Because if you're corrupted, nobody else here corrupts. Nobody else here corrupts. You're evil, because you're not 4 cards away from evil. That can't be done. On a board like this, that can't be done. And then, if you're telling the truth, you are evil. They were right. Number 4 is evil because they're next. Yeah. Okay, because the Counselor is always next to an outcast. Next. You see, I got all the guilty people, then I kept clicking on the execute button. That's why we have to be careful. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. That's why we've got to devise the systems better, because we can't rely on individual goodness, okay? The button is juicy. So we have a poisoner. 1 adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. Number 7 was affected by evil. No evils adjacent to me. Sorry, poison's adjacent. Okay. That would imply that you or you is a poisoner. Bombardier. Medium. Number 5 is a real bombardier. I think that checks out, because there would be no Plague Doctor. That checks out to me. What I would say is there's a play here. If you are telling the truth, and let's find out. Number 2 is lying. I would like to further check that. Number 3 is saying the truth. Okay. Then you were not affected by evil. Y'all? Okay, it's that simple, bro. Wait, who is corrupted, though? Who is corrupted? Who's corrupted? You... You're lying or corrupted. Like, you're telling the truth. Which means you're lying. Okay, we get there. And then you said number 3 is telling the truth. But you might be corrupted. Hang on. If you're evil, you would be lying, which can't be true. Which means you must be corrupted. You must be correct. One thing's for sure, you guys are clean. One of you is evil, and if we choose wrong, it's over. Okay? You said number 7 was affected by an evil, and you were right. You were telling the truth. Which means, because this guy said you were lying, he was lying, which means you necessarily were telling the truth, which means you are innocent and the baddie is here or here. So what I would do in this situation is to figure it out. Well, don't we just know it's you? Because you said that they were telling the truth and they were lying. Because you were corrupt. In my head, I would tabulated the corruptions, but then I said there might be 2 corrupt for some reason. I didn't subtract from one side of the ledger and put it on the other side. We double counted. We double counted a corrupt. Slayer. Number 6 or 1 is a puppeteer. 1 evil adjacent to me. You can't be a puppeteer. Because if you were, you could not say 1 evil adjacent to me, because it could be true unless there were 2 evils adjacent to you. Knight could be a puppeteer. Another Slayer. Another Oracle and a Wretch. Okay, this is where things get interesting, man. There will be 4 evil. There was no Plague Doctor, so there's 1 corruption, if possible. You are a... What are you? Chat, what is this person again? I don't know. I don't know what you are. Druid is really bad here. But we can use the Druid to check if there's a Druid. Or to check if the Druid's real. There are no outcasts? Okay, well you're either corrupted or you're evil. Because there's obviously an outcast. It's the Wretch, bro. So what can we do? Use a Slayer. I couldn't kill them. Is that because you're corrupted? Or is it because they're not evil? How about a Jester? Here's what I want from a Jester. If you say 0, I'm going to flip. There's 3. I simply don't buy that. That's simply too many to be realistic. So you did have an evil adjacent to you. But there could be 2 because you were lying and you're corrupt, man. I think you're lying. That was a real person. Which means you are also real. But it means you're corrupt. Which means that the Wretch... Or the Puppeteer... Wretch is not a villager, though. Y'all, something ain't right here. 6 or 1 is a Puppeteer? Well, I don't really know what's going on with you, but you're dead. And you said there was 1 evil adjacent, and there was. So you were telling the truth. Because if you weren't, you would have died. Unless you were... She's evil. She's the puppeteer. I got 1 more in me. This time we're going to be perfect. Every 1,000 years, this metal sphere... 10 times the size of Jupiter, man. We're gonna be perfect from now on. 8's a real alchemist. I cured 0 corruptions. That's true. Which means you're legit. There's 1 pair of evil. You guys basically self-unsus. There is no Plague Doctor, bro. There is a Plague Doctor. There could be there must be a corruption. Wait, undo. And a witch. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. The Plague Doctor corrupted somebody. It's not going to be you. You could be telling the truth. That would just mean that the corrupted is down here. But you're telling the truth. Are you corrupted? Number 2 is evil. Number 4 is corrupted. If that's true, we can test that. But then you would both... You know what? I think we're a genius. I think we're a genius. If one was lying, the other one was lying. Okay, lucky us. I don't know if I did that right, but it felt right. Doppelganger's ticking me off, man, but let's work through it. Architect. Architect. Left side is more evil. Facebook posting. Between 2, 1, and 7. Okay. Both sides are equally evil. That's... I don't know what social... I don't have a good social media joke for that. Thought I had a good... I mean, if we can get the right side is more evil, obviously that would be blue sky. But I just... Both sides are equally evil. We need a social media platform for centrists like me. Fortune teller. Fortune teller. Enlightened. Closest evil is counterclockwise. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't know what I'm doing here. A counselor must be sat next to an outcast. Which means both sides cannot be... No, they could definitely be equally evil. It seems things are pointing to me in such a way that... Well, listen, one of you is is lying. So we can tell if a fortune teller is the counselor by asking if any of them are evil. And you said true, and that's true, which means you're not sus, which means you must be the counselor. The doppelganger disguised as a villager was sitting next to the counselor. They screwed up the whole village for fun, man. All joking aside, man, I'm having a great time playing Demon Bluff. I hope it's watchable content. There's a part of me that's like, maybe it's really hard to follow because I just keep saying, you ergo, you must be guilty, and then drawing false conclusions from incomplete data. But either way, I'm going to record some more because none of them have gone up on YouTube yet. So if you hate it, I don't know. But either way, check out the playtest for yourself on Steam. It's linked in the video description below. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Later!